All right, so welcome back. So we have gone through day 1 and day 2 exams. Now it's time to figure out how we can put all the data that we have collected together to put into a very customized plan for you. So this is how we're going to do it, and let's get to the video. The first element that we're going to address is going to be segment. So segment is simply a bone-to-bone relationship that makes up a joint, right? So let's just call this good. We can draw a line right down the middle of each bone to give a certain line. Let's say that's how it's supposed to be. If it's not good and bad, it could be some misalignments that have happened. So we can draw the line down the middle. It will look more like that, okay? To address this, we need to bring this over until it centers with the rest of the bones above and below. And in order to do that, we actually do chiropractic adjustment. That's why we do chiropractic. So this addresses the segment portion. Okay. So next, once we have the segment, now we can work on creating better posture. So number 2 is going to be posture. Now posture is simply the addition of all the segments that we're working on. So let's just use the example of the spine. There are 26 bones on the spine, and we need to make sure that all the segments of the spine are aligned properly. So we just call that sigma segment plus stability. Posture has everything to do with stability. Can we stabilize the segments that we put into place so that they don't keep going into a misaligned bad posture or bad segments to create bad posture, okay? To address this in the office, we use corrective exercise. Okay, lastly, the third element we're going to address is going to be movement. After all, that's why we are doing all this for, because we need to create proper movements to do stuff, okay? So movement is going to be posture plus control, okay? So let me give you a quick example. Let's say I am a basketball player. I like to play basketball. And let's say that one day I wake up next day and I become like LeBron James. Everybody knows who LeBron James is, I assume. He's a great basketball player. And let's say I wake up with his height, his physical attributes next day. However, what if I never played basketball in my life and I have to go play in the NBA game? How well do you think I will play in the game? Chances are I'll probably will stink and probably not do well and probably give up on basketball because I didn't have control over the body because I never practiced or never learned how to play the basketball, okay? So it's more about the control over the body using your nervous system, okay? So this is where we use patterning and loading. We first need to pattern the movements together so that we don't have to keep teaching ourselves. And then after that, we start loading it so we can control. When we load, that's kind of like when you actually exercise or lift weights or do different things so that we constantly push our body to see if we can gain more control, to recruit more muscles, to gain more coordination and balance, all those different things to create better control. And we use that doing loading portion. So these are 3 different elements which we use to create our treatment plans for our patients because this will give you balance, balance health and wellness triangle over here.